Today we are going back to smartphones just for a little bit because I've just received the new VIVO X51 5G and there'll be a full review of this coming to DIYphotography.net. I was hoping to get out and play with this today, but when I opened the door and looked outside, so yeah, we are inside. We're on the overhead cam and I'm gonna get this this plastic wrapping off the paper just so that it's, because I can see the camera and my drawers, and so yeah, so we'll take that off and you can see it's got a weird but cool like hologram type effect on the top. I always love when companies put thought into their packaging. So this is the VIVO X51 5G smartphone, and I've wanted to play with the technology that's inside this phone since February. So let's open up the box and see what's inside. Well, we know what's inside. It's the VIVO X51 5G, but let's see what else comes with it and how it looks. And there it is. And it says a third-party screen protector might affect fingerprint recognition, so make sure you always use a VIVO official screen protector with customized design for the fingerprint pad. I've always used tempered glass ones on my OnePlus 7 Pro and it's always read them fine, but I'm just going to use what comes with it. I always like when I can just slide them out of the wrapper and I don't have to actually undo them. That feels really nice. Really nice. It's got a nice silky looking back on it. And I'm going to zoom in on this camera module so you can get a good look at it. So here you can see the camera module on the back of the phone, and I'll pop up a thing here, but that top one is absolutely huge, and that's the one which is the reason why I've wanted to play with this phone. Yes, that's right, the main camera on this phone actually has a full 2-axis gimbal built in. It's not, you know, it's not like using an actual gimbal with 360 degrees of rotation, but it should allow you to capture a lot steadier images and video than you get with the typical optical image stabilization that you find in smartphones. So inside our little boxes we have a little piece of paper with details about the device. We have our SIM card extraction tool to open the little tray, important information and warranty card, and a quick start guide, which we won't ignore. In here, in the top, we have cables. We have TRRS headphones, which is interesting because this doesn't have a headphone jack like just about every smartphone these days, which still annoys me and frustrates me. Is this a, yes, this is a Type-C charging cable. In the other end we get an AC adapter which has the wrong plug on it. Let's see, it offers 5V 2A, 9V 2A, 11V 3A for 33 watts. So this is quick charge 4 compatible. I should have another quick charge charger somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's our little headphone adapter. So this turns Type-C into a 3.5mm. This is fantastic. I was actually just about to order one of these on eBay the other day for another experiment. No, I don't need to. I'll use that one. And we get different sized covers for your earphones, depending on whether you've got little ear holes or big ear holes. But we will put all this to the side for now, and we'll have a look through the quick start guide and getting everything set up and see how it all comes together. So something else we get with the VIVO X51 5G that I didn't notice before is we get a case. So this will slot into here and keep the back protected. I probably should have cleaned the fingerprints off before I did that, but never mind, I will do it again later. Quick start guide tells you how to set up your phone and use its key features. Here we have the front camera. I am not a fan of this. Oh, it already has a screen protector on it. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, so here is our front camera, and it's a little peephole camera, and I've been spoiled by the OnePlus 7 Pro. On this, if I want to do the front camera, it pops out the top, and I'm so upset that they've removed the pop-up selfie camera from phones now, even on OnePlus. It's nice having that whole big unhindered display. I don't know how I'm going to feel about the little peephole camera in the corner, but we'll see. Anyway, here we have our ambient light sensor, and we have a microphone up here, and we have, what's this say? It says receiver micro seam. On the side we have our volume buttons and our power button. On the back we have the rear camera, the gimbal camera system, We have a microphone on here somewhere. It says this is the LDAF, so that's the LiDAR sensor. Rear flash, color temperature sensor. Oh, it has a color temperature sensor. That's handy. And then underneath we got a speaker, the USB port, and headphone or headset ports. The main microphone, the card trays underneath, and we have a pin port. The quick start guide, actually, it doesn't tell me how to set up my phone. It just tells me what's on the front, what's on the back, the technical specifications, and that's it. It doesn't tell me how to set up anything. So I'm just going to power this on, and we'll see what happens. So this is it, first power on. VIVO 5G. Powered by Android, and I believe it's Android 10, and that camera's already annoying me. English, United Kingdom, your location is not Germany, it is all the way down here, UK. Yeah, no, it won't let me pick Scotland. United Kingdom, I agree, I have read and agree. VIVO e-warranty card and privacy terms. So we're searching for the Wi-Fi networks, and I know it's going to find me. Bring your data from. I'm not backing up my OnePlus. I'm not bringing in a backup from the cloud, and I'm not backing up an iPhone device, so we'll skip that. Oh yeah, send me the weather every day. I don't want news. News is depressing. Send me a quote. No, I'm good. Send me a joke. Yeah, go on, send me a joke. I hope they're really, really bad, because I have friends that will appreciate those. Access your assistant with your voice. Now I've already set this up on my OnePlus. Oh, there we go. It can already recognize my voice. Set unlock method. Fingerprint. So start inputting my fingerprints. I'm only going to do the one for now. And it's like the usual. You put down your finger, you pick it up, and then it wants the edges. Combined with facial recognition for nope. Your phone has been set up. So now we can actually use the phone. So yeah, we have, let's see, let's go into settings, find Android version 10. So we got Android security patch level, 1st of July 2020, which is the same as my OnePlus 7 Pro. This has a newer Google Play system update. 2 SIM slots. There is no micro SD card slots, which is another thing I don't like about this. It's the only thing really that I don't like about most modern phones. You know, like my OnePlus 7 Pro also doesn't have a micro SD card slot. My Asus ZenBook Pro, that has a micro SD card slot, and sitting in here right now is a SanDisk Extreme Pro 1TB. I use it to store overflow pictures from the camera on. I use it to back up images from my real cameras when I'm out on location. The phone is all set up. I mean, I've not really done much with it, but it seems snappy and responsive. What I do want to find out though is how well it performs with certain apps. I don't think that the new Insta360 app has been posted to, oh no, it has. Insta360 for One R, One X2 and One X. And then while that's installing, I'm gonna look for the Smartta SliderMini app. There it is, Smartta Go, install. Now the Smartta app, I don't expect to have any problems. It's not exactly resource intensive. It doesn't need to do a whole lot, but the processor inside this thing is the Snapdragon 765G. According to Insta360, the processor in this isn't so great with the hardware requirements needed for the app to stream well, it's not streaming 5.7K to this, but apparently this doesn't have the power to fully handle it. So I want to test it for myself and we'll see. So that's that installed. Are they both installed? Yes, they both installed. So let's start with the slider because that's dead easy. I've posted some sample footage here on the channel with this before, and I'll link it up there, but I've also got a full review on DIY photography that I'll pop in the description. But I love this little slider. It's great when either, you know, I'm just out with a little camera like the action camera or a 360 camera, or with a phone or my little Panasonic G80s or GX80s. It's just a really handy small little slider, and I expect this will have no issues. We will turn on the Bluetooth, and there we go. It's moving over, it's moving back. Go into curve mode and we can tell it to speed up, go full speed and then stop. And if this takes, I mean, it's normally 20 seconds travel from one end to the other at full speed, so this could take a minute. Like I said, I didn't really have any concerns with this one. We'll shut this down. This is the one that I'm concerned about. This is the one I really want to try. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna fire up the Insta360 app and we'll power the camera on. And we will agree. And I really like this camera. This as well, I've posted a review to DIYphotography.net, which, oh, that's loud. How do I? So I'll try that again. I've posted a review of this to DIYphotography.net, which I will pop a link to that in the description below as well. So we have a 1R, but we're not going to connect to that right now. The one I want to connect to is this. So we'll hit connect. We need to confirm it on the camera screen. And there we go. So now we have, there I am, hello. So it's streaming to it okay. I don't know how good it's going to be at actually processing files and doing all the effects. Can we zoom? Oh yeah, so we can zoom into specific bits or go out all the way. We can go into the action camera mode, which is just pointing straight forward. But everything seems to work. The Insta360 app works, the Smartta SliderMini app works. Those are pretty much the only two apps that I use for photography gear, but like on a regular basis. Oh, we're using the actual camera app now. I suppose we should have a look at the camera app. So we have the super wide angle, which we don't want. We have the bokeh mode, which is like your portrait mode, which we can't really do right now. And we also have, where was it? Super macro. So how well does this, oh. Here's the real test. Let me find, has this got surface mount parts on it? Yes, it does. So right, here's the real test. Can it identify? It can. I can identify the value. Like I can barely read these resistor values, but if I put this over it, I can actually read what those resistor values are. That is amazing. Right, we have more stuff here. This is all for another series, but I've got a whole bunch of surface mount components here. Normally what I have to do to try and identify all these is grab a Panasonic G80, a set of extension tubes and a lens to be able to focus close enough to actually see what they are. Can this actually let me read them that easily? Oh my God, it can. Look at that. Bit more light in there like that. That's it. And wow, that is amazingly good. Very impressed with the macro. Oh, well, that's interesting. It automatically changes the lens. So like if I'm up here, we're on the regular lens. Watch what happens when I go down and down and down. Eventually it will go, hey, we're switching you to the macro camera. There we go. See, it just switched there to super macro. And now it switched back. And well, that's pretty cool. What I am curious about though is how well the stabilization is working in this. So what I'm going to do is while it's on this camera, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and see if we can actually see the gimbal working. Is it going to focus there? Come on, focus. There you go, you can do it. There we go. So right, let's see how this looks in the final footage. But this is what I want to see. I want to see what the gimbal looks like actually in action. That's pretty much all the testing I can do right now here. Insta360 works, Smartta works. It tells me all the terrible news that's going on in the world. Full AI transcription can now be done within DaVinci Resolve. I might have to have a play with that. Anyway, that's another video. I will have a full review of this going up on DIY Photography and this gimbal camera and how well it actually works in the real world. But for now, we're done. If you have any questions about the VIVO X51 5G, drop them down in the comments below because I'm sure a few of you will have them. And I will try and find information on this, like more information into how this exactly works. But it's yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm dying to see how well this works. But for now, that's it. We're done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.